What is going on, guys? Today we're going to be looking at Sterling headliner card. 90 rated. The guy's had so many informs and different special cards this year. He has moved to a left wing as well and is currently about 500k on the market. The main thing with the left wing, I think, is the problem that you've got Team of the Year Mane, so he's never, and Team of the Year Sane in fact as well, or flashback player moment Sane, Team of the Year, whatever you want to call him. There's competition, massive competition. If you went on the right side, you've got obviously headliner Salah. There's a lot of competition in the BPL wingers, and I think Sterling, with the weak foot being only 3-star, yes, not having, well, he's got a big upgrade in his finishing compared to his gold card, but it's still not quite to the level of the others, and I think that's what's probably holding his price quite down. He is a very fast player, obviously with 95 pace, 98 acceleration, 92 sprint speed. Everything else on him is relatively decent. But looking at everything else, agility balance is very nice. Strength, which we always knew wasn't the greatest stat on his roster, and pretty much most of the other stats are lovely. I feel like he's going to be a decent player, but in this new patch, it will be very difficult to see what his benefits are going to be, as we're still kind of learning, still kind of finding our way with it. Personally, I'm finding the defending a little bit more tricky. The actual tackling element is very different in comparison to pre-patch. So it's going to take a little bit of getting used to, probably holding off a little bit more. This guy's not going to join. So that's just something that I'm going to learn through review. Hopefully Thiago Silva does put a shift in. We do have a few players on the bench as well. I'll probably put in Van Dijk and Arnold very early on if we do find that we are conceding, or at least trying to, he's trying to answer the door. So going into the first match, we are going to come up against Walker, Kante, Fabinho. Pepe Close is not a great striker, so I could see him getting him out, as well as Socrates, Digne. He's got a full BPL team with one icon. It's not the greatest I've seen in terms of actual quality. It's alright, but in position-wise, I think having two attacking mids and one attacking mid and two defensive in a 4-3-3 like that, I think box to box is always the best way. But we will see how it goes. Obviously, Sterling's going to be our main focus in this video, to see what he can actually do. We're going to get him on the wing straight away. If he does make that run, he doesn't, but can he get back? He does make that tackle, so that's not too bad already. But we do need him really putting in a shift. Sterling's making that run. He is monstrously quick. That's a beautiful play. Firmino doing the work for him. Sterling getting that 1-2. Easy goal. And Sterling's rapid, like very quick. Got the speed up. Lovely. Oh, Pepe's cutting inside. Oh, he's getting chances, but to be honest, he's not really taking the right shot in my opinion. I think half-time we will bring on some subs. Defence is getting a little bit torn apart, but not as enough for me to say I need to bring on subs as of yet. Sterling, here we go. Big run on the go. Get that little 1-2 again. Nobody will catch him. Pepe may actually catch him, but Trent, no chance. We see that cut back. Gundogan, good block. He reminds me very much of a more of ability kind of Traore. Very quick, just put him on the wing and he pretty much will absolutely blitz anybody in his way. But when it comes to this formation, I don't think it suits him incredibly, as obviously he is coming back quite a lot on the defence. Firmino, can we get around anybody? Not quite. The strikers are not the greatest as well. Very static. That's a poor pass anyway. That's a very good goal. And it's the one thing that I was kind of not hoping that he'd manage to get one back, as we're kind of on strings at the minute. I want to make sure that we do get through this game. We'll go half-time and we'll make pretty much all the subs to try and get this win. That's beautiful. That's a great save. Oh my God. Oh, and Sterling's hit it as well. Oh, the chances. So I've made a few alterations to the team with Sterling up front because I'm finding in obviously this formation he's coming back too much for me to bomb it down a wing or anything like that with him. So we've went and put Alexander-Arnold, Team of the Year, at the left mid position. We've put Virgil on instead of Marquinhos, and then we've also put Son on instead of Harry Kane. Hopefully it just gives us that little bit of an element, and this is not going to help me one bit. Just managing to get rid of that speed up, but hopefully this new players should hopefully give me a little bit more of a life in this attack. Oh, it's not where I wanted either. Every time the keeper is making save after save for him. Oh, and that's just unreal. Of course it's going to be like that. Oh, and that's going to be a goal. Of course it is. Of course it is. I have numerous amount of shots, and Ronaldo decides to just bag it easily for him. Yes, but Son answers back. Sterling with the great assist. That's what you call a response. Kick-off goal, OP. I'm just going to boot that out. More than likely, if we can't find anything, this is going into extra time. The first match of the draft. But Son is not being let down. I absolutely love this card. He is probably one of the best strikers I've played with so far in an informed version that isn't a striker. He is nuts. A defender on him, still manages to bag the goal. We only brought him on at half time. He has made the difference for me. And there we go, we have the winner. So we are going to go into the second match, which has made this review possible. Thank Christ. So going into the second match, let's have a look who we are against. Aguero, Mane, Salah, Klein. I don't know that centre-back for some reason. And Ndidi. Decent enough. We should be able to kind of work with it. We are going to change how we finish that match straight away today because I think this team's got a bit more about it. Obviously, he did bring Ronaldo on, which is always a threat. Sterling's making that run. I don't know who we're against. It's glitched on the whole. That's a great ball. Sterling with an absolute monster assist right there. Managing to go round him pretty easily. And then Harry Kane, all he's got to do is bag it in. And then now the substitutes have come on. Of course that's going to be a goal. He manages to get around a defender that's tackling him. It's what we're going to see in a lot of these goals that they score, is making a challenge, you don't quite get the ball, he keeps with the ball, and then he just goes round and scores. Eriksen, beautiful work, good assist from Son. 2-1, we're back on it, boys. Merely again, doing very, very good work, Sterling is. Oh, it's not put a foot out. That's a good goal. Why my defender didn't put a foot out, he was literally centimetres away from the ball, but that's what we're going to have to deal with. That's going to have to be patched, really. There's no way that we can be doing that. Honestly, Sterling, great finish, but it feels cheap. Like, literally, the defenders didn't do anything for him. Same as what I do. And I'm not just complaining that it's my way and the fact that it's happening to me. It's going to happen to everybody. And that's going to be the biggest factor of basically who can get the luckiest in kind of tackles, balls through. And that's going to be offside. Sterling's going to be on that run. Straight for the keeper's legs. Easy work. Sterling's incredible. He's so quick. It's unreal. Even, what is that, Sergio Ramos, who normally catches up with a lot of players, had no chance in catching with Sterling. And yes, a bit lucky on the shot. Probably would have gone round him if I had some... Sterling, there's his hat-trick. Lovely work. I don't know if this guy's going to leave, probably not. But again, it was his own mistake with that one. We're now fully in force of the goal. Sterling's got himself a cheeky hat-trick in the second game of the draft. And Son makes it 6. That is going to be the end of it because there's no way that he's not leaving. And there we go. absolutely incredible performance. Sterling with a hat-trick plus an assist. In general, was a wonderful card to play, left wing and striker really. So going into Sterling's overall review, 500k for this card that pretty much is guaranteed at least one upgrade. Man City will win 4 in a row, that's just a given. Same for Walker, it will happen, he will go to a 91 at the very least. Then it's down to him, Champions League, domestic, any other cups, will he get an inform? It's very likely that it's very likely that he will get another inform. He's already had, I think, 1 or 2 this year, as well as a team at a group stage, I want to say. Team of the group stage or knockout stage, whichever one it was. I can see him getting another, at the very least. Maybe not a few, because there is so much competition on these wings, it's unreal. So will he get to 95, 96? I think he's going to have to really pull out the stops for that. I think in general, he's going to have to bag so many goals, have so many good performances, and hope that the other left wings, the other right wings, don't have as good as a performance. And that can be tough, especially in a team that pretty much most players are scoring. It's not like a one-man team where Sterling's the guy scoring all the goals. You've got Aguero. Then you maybe don't have 2 Man City players in the same team in a week. It's not uncommon, but it takes a bit to get 2 of the same team in the team in a week. So if Aguero doesn't get in, does Sane get in? Does Mahrez somehow play? Does De Bruyne get in? Silva? There's so many options that stop Sterling from getting one. But saying that, if he was to get a couple, you're looking at a very good investment as well. I think if you've got like a 92, 93 Sterling, you're really looking at a nice upgrade for him, alongside what his upgrade is now. So is he going to be worth getting in your club? I think if you want to get him, just to keep him in there, probably wouldn't play him as such in over, like say someone like Neymar, or maybe like Team of the Year Mane, or the Player Moment Sane. Them players I think are better in different elements. I think Sterling is definitely one of the quickest out of them, but it's their final finish that I think is going to be the massive one for him. I think he can play striker as well, but I would put him up top with someone else. His strength is just not that good to play on his own. I think he will need a partner up front, as we saw with Son, even if it is a quick partner, someone to bounce the ball off, keep that 1-2, keep the defenders off him, and keep him running. That's the main thing that you want to do. He's very, very quick. So I'm giving him a 9 out of 10. I think he is a solid player, 90 rated. He's got a little improvements to make, but I still think he's definitely up there with top players, and hopefully we can see a couple of improvements with him over the next few weeks and months into the end of Team of the Season, or into the start of Team of the Season. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you for the next video.